Hello, everyone in live tonight. Welcome to the first week, back again, new week, Learning AI Live. I want to thank everyone for my returning subscribers to, oh man, our chat is already blown up. So good to see everyone. Tonight, we're going to talk about new tools, new AI tools of the week. There's been a lot of changes over the weekend in the AI world. And so with this series, or with today, I want to go over a bunch of new AI tools just to show you what's out there, what are things people playing with, so that you can stay up to date with AI in both your work and your business. So let's get started. Let me share my screen and then we can start with the first one. First AI tool. Brother Vince, good to see you. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about new AI tools, and there we go. Perfect. So the first AI tool that we're going to talk about is AI SEO for your website. So highly recommend when you build your website, build it in Go High Level. Do not use AI. There's a lot of AI website building tools. Please avoid those at all costs. They actually prevent your business from generating leads, generating sales. We got Joseph. We got the VIP people in the chat. Joseph and Brother Vince. Good to see everyone again. And so with Go High Level, once you build out the website for your business or for clients, for example, you want to get them organic traffic. Ooh, Camera of Mass Destruction. That is a dope name. Welcome, new viewer. And so here, after you build your website, you're going to create a separate page for every type of service. Add your H1 tags, H2, H3. Oh my gosh, everyone is coming into the chat. I'm so excited to see everyone. Sharon, good to see you again. And once you add your H1, H2, H3, and so forth tags so that it's all structurally set up, then after that, Clivette's in the house. Welcome. This is my dream AI family team. I appreciate each and every one of you. And happy Monday. I hope you all had a great week. And then Joseph too. So me and Joseph, I want to get you guys, if you want to start a challenge with the AI family, I want to encourage you to start creating daily content. It's how I'm be able to grow. I should actually show you guys my TikTok growth, because I've only been, let's see, a tick. I know we're going to get a little ADD and kind of jump around. Let me go to my profile. Let's go to, I want to show you my TikTok analytics just to inspire you guys to join a challenge. So yeah, okay, yeah, this is cool. And then if I go to followers, and then if I expand this to the last 60 days, yeah, my growth or growth on the channel has only started exponentially, at least in TikTok. In January 27th, I had 191 subscribers. And the only difference between now and then was consistency. I was not consistent, meaning I was not posting minimally 3 videos a day. Today, I'm doing 5 videos a day, and hopefully next week I'm going to do 6 short form videos. Your short form videos don't need to be any longer than 20 seconds. What I'm finding, doing the analytics. So create 20-second, or say 5 20-second short form videos, publish them both on YouTube and TikTok, and that's how you're going to slowly grow your personal brand. Highly recommend to invest in building your personal brand. It's going to differentiate you from all your other audience or all your other competitors. You're going to build a brand in a niche, and so then this is how deals are going to come to you. Clients are going to come to you. And right now I'm not paying for ads. And so I'm basically getting 20 email leads every single day to sign up for the email newsletter. Traditionally, I would have to pay Facebook and Meta $100 a month or $100 a week. I'm sorry, no. $100 a day just to get those 20 to 30 emails a day with a really good paid ad campaign. So that's why I highly recommend to really take the content game seriously. And I only started barely a few weeks in, and already I'm getting exponential growth. Leads are coming in already. I'm now starting to get partnership opportunities, which is interesting. So Joseph started his stream layout and not able to stream on YouTube and TikTok, but going to make the stream tomorrow and get more content tomorrow and edit the stuff I have from today. Sweet. So if you want to join me and Joseph, I invite you to join the content challenge with me. The challenge is posting, I really want to say 5 short form pieces of content a day, 20 seconds each, and you don't know which one is going to like take off. Like I did my set today, and 1 out of 5, my video I did this morning already has 7,000 views. And so I'm like, oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. So that is content. Highly recommend it, especially if you're going to do any business of any kind. That's the content game. And then I'm doing lives and long form is like 5 minutes on YouTube, which also helps. So our first AI tool of the day is called Search Atlas. So once you have your website built in Go High Level and you have all the website pages, all SEO, like optimized, like H1 tag, H2, H3, it's broken out for each service, a separate page and so forth. For example, that makes it very easy for Google to scrape the web page, understand what's on the web page to then start ranking it. You want to add Search Atlas, which adds a little piece of code to the website. And then from there, it will improve the SEO, basically. It will do some, I'm just going to say black magic underneath the hood to help you get more and that's organic traffic from. There are the top 2 most searched sites in the whole web is number 1, Google, of course. Second one is YouTube. So those are the top 2 places if you want to show up on basically online. Now, let's talk about the next one. Was it yesterday or today? It was today, actually. No, yesterday. Yesterday, I canceled my ChatGPT Plus paid plan. So now, I'm technically, as of right now, not paying for any large language model, basically. And with that, what did I replace it with? And I'll show you the top 5 large language models next, and each one is more specialized for a specific task. There's not really a one large language model that's like the best for everything for like writing and coding and searching the web and stuff like that. They all they all kind of like overlap as far as features that they have, for example, but each one is better at the other and it differentiates. So starting off, of course, ChatGPT. So the reason why I still stick with ChatGPT is for the voice feature. I really like the voice feature, and that was probably the big highlight of the Super Bowl commercial. Is there 3 little dots? But that voice feature is super handy whenever I'm walking around. I just want to brain dump. It's used mostly for strategic thinking, for better decision making. So you just give it all your thoughts, your ideas, what you're thinking about, and then the voice feature is really helpful to just kind of walk and talk and just kind of like natively think out a problem without having to like finger type. So that's why I still have ChatGPT on my phone. Next one, which is the newest one, which is, let's see, Mistral. Meet Mistral. Mistral is a large language model. They're a model called LeChat. I love that name. They're out of France. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So now everyone is joining the AI race. It is ridiculously fast compared to some of the other ones, which is super nice. But again, you could do code, you could write text, you can see the comparison. Boom, LeChat just spit out a whole program for writing a game in code in about 2 seconds. Let's watch that again. That was super fast. So let's compare ChatGPT, Claude, and LeChat. Mistral basically is the difference, basically. So we're going to give it a prompt. Man, that happened too fast. Hold on. Go back to that prompt. Write me a Snake Python game in Python. And then ready, set, go. LeChat's on the left. And done. So that took like 3 seconds for LeChat to write the whole Python game. Claude is slowly coming in. ChatGPT is also slowly thinking about it and running. Like, super super fast. I put LeChat like a ChatGPT 4.0 mini style. It's not like a O1 like reasoning type of model. That's like your DeepSeek, ChatGPT O1, and I think Qwen is the other one. Wow. So people are just amazed at the speed. I also have LeChat downloaded on my phone. It is really good. It does image and document understanding, so that you can upload PDF files, spreadsheets, log files, anything like data trading, stock data, for example, if anyone's in investing. And then LeChat can analyze it really well. Then it has, I don't want to do the code interpreter. Then it does image generation. So on the left, this is Grok. This is ChatGPT. And that's LeChat. Man, LeChat, nice. That is like super. That's like almost Midjourney, like Midjourney style. Wow. You could definitely tell the difference between a ChatGPT Dolly and then Midjourney. And then LeChat is, I got to play with the image generation. Super affordable. Let's see. LeChat offers a variety of vast majority of, so you could do a lot of the features, image generation, document uploads, journalism, researching, on the free plan. And then their paid plan, if you upgrade, is $14 per month. So a little more tier, but you're also paying for a lot better than ChatGPT. That's why I dumped it for like $20. No shade to ChatGPT. You got me so far, and I'm grateful. So Joseph is asking, are you recommending the free models, or are you saying each paid model can replace your ChatGPT subscription? For me, this is a great question. So for my daily, we'll call it my daily large language model use, basically my go-to assistant, basically, it's really of the family of them that I'll switch between one of these five. It is Mistral, DeepSeek, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Claude. And the reason why they're different, I'm not like one out of all of them, because each one is a little bit different and better for whatever the specific task you're writing for. Like if I'm writing a computer program or building an app, I'm gonna go to Claude. If LeChat is like super fast and just pretty much almost like kind of replaces ChatGPT 4.0 right now. Then if I want to search the web for some up-to-date information of what's going on, I'm still going to go to Perplexity, for example. So that's just the daily front end, day-to-day use. And then on the back end for building AI assistants using Make.com or N8N, I'm using OpenRouter. So let's go here, OpenRouter. OpenRouter for all my students that are getting into Make.com. I'm proud of each and every one of you. You're starting to build, I started with ChatGPT just to get the concept of like building an AI assistant for a specific task. It's super reliable and easy to use, which I highly recommend. Fund it with $5 and you're good to go. But then when you start to optimize your model or your workflow in stage 2, and you want more open source large language models just at a cheaper cost, for example, because your task that you're giving it is not really that complex, like you don't need any complex reasoning, that's when you're going to go to like OpenRouter. You're going to add that module, pick your open source model, fund your OpenRouter budget account with like $5-10, which will last you for a while. And then you could choose all sorts of different models for the different tasks that you're working on. You can see here, these are just the top ones here, which is very interesting. So that's kind of like the brevity of it. And sometimes some of the apps are busy, which is another thing. But sometimes I did a test in the Make.com course that I'm recording for troubleshooting Make.com automations. And I ran the same test in ChatGPT, Perplexity, LeChat, and DeepSeek. And surprisingly, Perplexity was really good. LeChat was even more specific, and then DeepSeek was also really good, as about on the same par. And ChatGPT was good, okay, but low to general, which was interesting. So ChatGPT is kind of like falling in the race, which is odd. So again, it's really the features and what your specific project is that you're working for. Example, Joseph asks, I'm considering canceling my GPT subscription because O3 Mini is free. Yeah. I mean, unless it's really like a lot, I've even not using custom GPTs in ChatGPT that often anymore. A lot of my stuff is just I'm working in the project and I have my Notion page next to it, and I'm just working through a project in real time, or in without having in basically a whole chat log, without having to do a whole GPT basically. Because now I get access to, like, I mean, the reasoning ones are like DeepSeek. I know everyone's like paranoid about information and privacy about DeepSeek and whatever. It's like, look, just don't put personal information in it at the end of the day. But it's still incredibly powerful, and each one again has its different use. Then there's Perplexity. And the reason why Perplexity is also really good for, again, if I want up-to-date information, I want to search the web for something, Perplexity is great. But then they also have an API. So it's really not only it's understanding how these models work, but then moving on into the automation world where you start playing with the APIs on the back end, and then you start building these AI specific assistants. Joseph says, I use a couple custom GPTs, but I'm not super sold on it, especially for $20. Yeah, because now DeepSeek and everything else kind of, let's put it this way, everything in the open source world kind of exposed how expensive and overpriced ChatGPT is. It's the same analogy of if you're comparing Zapier versus Make.com. Zapier is ludicrously expensive at $20 a month for 750 automations, versus Make.com, which is $10 a month for 10,000 operations per month. And you're like, weird. And then now you get into the open source models with Open Router, and you could get access to like DeepSeek for even a cheaper. So we're seeing really, I mean, as AI advances, there's not going to be one super model that's going to control them all, basically. It's almost like the same as computer development, where you have Linux and then as open source, and then you have closed source, which is Windows and Mac. But Mac is fundamentally built on Linux, it's just more, I would say, better developed in a sense, but it's closed source. So it's always a race of closed source private versus open source. And no matter what, open source will always win, no matter what, because you have a community of people that are working on development for almost to no cost, if anything, kind of thing. So that's where that's why Meta's Llama, they're like, we don't want to compete with OpenAI or ChatGPT and OpenAI at that time. So that's why they released Llama for free, because they're like, look, we foresee open source as always being the win. As not only going to always outdevelop proprietary models, but also that there's no point trying. There's actually a really good article called I think it's OpenAI has no moat article, or is it Google? I think it's Google has no moat AI. Google wrote this article back in 2023. It's a really good article to read. The quote is, "We have no moat and neither does OpenAI," meaning that there's nothing proprietary or special, or even if you have unlimited funds and access to a bunch of GPU models that are very expensive for someone else, like the cost of barrier to entry, there's really no barrier to entry to get into the AI world. And then you can think of how DeepSeek entered and came in at a fraction of the cost. So now just using open source, which is very interesting. Joseph says, I just realized you said hello to everyone earlier, Sharon. hello. Yo, you guys are the dream team in the chat. It's good to see everyone. Oh, and we got TikTok. Everyone's talking. Great to see you guys, everyone in TikTok. Is speed really important? Like, I think the quality of the result is more. Yes. You do always, what I recommend, that's why I was doing this automation with Make.com to teach people how to debug when they're building an automation, how to debug using large language models. And I did a comparison of ChatGPT, Perplexity, LeChat, and DeepSeek. Same prompt, kicked out all the answer. And really, time is not much of a factor as far as like, oh my God, it spit it out so fast. Again, it comes down to the accuracy, because each model has its own training data and its own weights that is programmed, and then how they prompted it as well too. So each one has access, not all of them has access to all the same information. They're all a little bit different and nuanced in how they operate. Adam says, yo, what's a good practice automation to try? Wow, glad you said that. So when I teach make.com, and again, I'm going to come out with the make.com course later this week to all my students, or all my people in my AI newsletter, you guys are going to get early bird discount to the AI Academy, which we're going to launch this week with the make.com course. I don't recommend people start building automation, just starting to build with AI assistants as their first project. There's a lot of beginner fundamentals that you have to learn how to get into, like just like logic flow, using databases, using forms, using if statements, adding function field or functions. There's a fundamental like foundation that you want to go through. Then once you get that foundation, it doesn't really matter what tool that you pick into Make to add it to start automating your work, for example. And then later on is the next step is adding AI assistants. That's your ChatGPT, OpenAI Playground on the back end. I'm not logged in. I don't think I'm logged into mine. But I recommend starting off with ChatGPT's one, because you get to test it in a sandbox, which again, because you guys are getting into what's called no code automation, what you're missing is actual code, coding skill sets. And when you write in code, I'm not going to say I'm much of a coder anyways, but when you start doing coding, you want to build in a sandbox. So that's why I like having people. I'm logging into my OpenAI account right now so we can look at an AI assistant, because that's the first thing you want to get into before you start getting into agents. You want to start building an assistant. Okay, I'm logging in. I'm get that special access code. So there's progression. So then you'll get into OpenAI assistants, which now I'm logged into. Perfect. Okay, cool. So if we log in here, nice. In the playground, actually you go to playground, and then here under assistants, oops, I want to see there we go. So once you're in here, and again, part of this AI series that I'm doing, my most popular video so far is the Build Your First AI Agent YouTube video. A lot of people are watching that video and already building AI assistants, and it's great, but it's a little bit deceivious because you're missing the whole foundation of like how to build proper Make automation workflows, and a lot of the other logic. You're just like kind of jumping into AI, which I don't recommend. So build with the foundation, because from there you know how to do troubleshooting, you know how to do conditional logic, you know how to start adding different workflows and how to organize and streamline your workflow. So all of this I teach in the make.com course that I'm coming out, because I want to take a beginner who knows nothing but wants to learn automation, then AI assistants, and then AI agents. And then speaking of AI agents, let's actually dovetail right into that next. So yeah, this is an AI assistant, one single prompt. A lot of people are having a lot of success with this DALL-E prompt. Like they're making some super beautiful, realistic images. Some of my students are sending me their screenshots of stuff they're posting on Instagram, and it looks hyper realistic. So I'm really proud of that prompt. That's so cool. So highly recommend. If you go to my YouTube channel, actually, if I do home, I updated YouTube home. There we go. I updated my YouTube channel to just have the playlist. So down right here, if you click on that, that's going to be the playlist for these videos that are going live Monday through Friday every single week, where we talk about it, because it's kind of progressing pretty advanced. This is the video you want to get into. I highly recommend. But technically, start with this one because this one's very simple, just to post, generate text and images and post to LinkedIn. Then you want to get into this one, which is AI assistants, which is super powerful. So that's the series. Highly excited about that. Taking it a step farther into automations. Now the next thing, let's actually break down what is N8N. Let's see. Adam says, I'm pretty good at coding and have a computer science degree. The part I'm struggling with is how to deploy agents. Great segue, Adam. Let's talk about AI agents next. So, if we think of the path towards AI tech stack, basically of skill sets that you learn, most people start with Zapier. Make.com trumps Zapier, so Zapier is basically obsolete now. Make.com is where you're going to build anything that's workflow related that you want to add some AI assistance, streamline some process of data entry in, update or modify some data, and then send it to other apps or string together apps, for example. After Make.com, the next thing that you want to get into is N8N. Let's break down what that is. Actually, first, let me show you this. Let's go to Google Trends, because trends are always nice to check out. And in such a short period of time, let's do Zapier. Let's take a look at Make.com. And then let's take a look at N8N. And then let's go to over the last past 12 months. Nice. For all of them, Zapier is actually really big. But we're going to dump Zapier because Zapier is ludicrously expensive. $20 for 750 operations. That's not competitive. But now within the race, there we go. Make.com and N8N. N8N is at the very top of the list exponentially too. Just within the last, this was January. And then from January to February. So February, it's exploded as far as in demand. And let's break down what the reason why. Because now, between January and February, the word AI agents exploded as a term. And people were like, what are agents? What's the difference? Everyone was doing Make.com and so forth. So let me actually do N8N agents. So the difference between N8N and Make.com is you can actually build agents. What an agent is let's say, for example, I could text a message using WhatsApp or Telegram. I could text a message, and then that text or message can then go to N8N, which will then ingest that message. And the first thing that this agent does when you connect an agent is you hook up a brain, which is a large language model. You can do ChatGPT, DeepSeek, pick any of your models, and then you add tools. A tool could be a calculator. It could be access to Wikipedia. It could be, calendar, calculator, website, a database tool such as like Airtable, or even an API service like Apify or Apollo or something to scrape some information from the web, for example. So you actually connect a bunch of tools to this AI agent. Then once a request comes in to the AI agent, it first sends it to the large language model along with the knowledge of what tools, and it asked it, what's the best way and what's the best tool to solve this problem or to get an output? And so the large language model thinks, it picks the right tool. It may go back and forth and use different tools or choose one. It's kind of like let the AI choose its own adventure kind of thing. It's weird. And then it will output a result to either send a notification, update a CRM, update an Airtable database, for example. So that's AI agents. So the second you want to get into like AI chatbots in some AI workflow, you're going to dump Make.com and you're going to go right into N8N. This is way more sophisticated as far as actually building automations. And so I'm actually proud. We're actually going to do the course N8N next month. So this month, I'm just perfecting the Make.com course because it's still relevant. It's not going to go away. It's still very valuable to know how to do because it's basically workflow automation with AI assistance, which is super powerful because then you could really get into automating your social media content to automatically, you saw in the previous demos, pipe in an idea, have it generate the text, have it generate the image, have it generate the video, and then automatically schedule to post on all your social media channels, for example. So that's one of the pinnacle projects in the Make.com course. And so next month, we're going to work on N8N course so that next month you'll learn how to actually build AI agents using N8N, which is super in demand right now because everyone wants to build chatbots and agents and automations, but they're not knowing what tools and stuff to use. So that's why you want to start building with NAN, and that's going to be the next thing to add. Adam asks, so are you using AI to detect certain variables in a prompt and then using that in your code? There's actually no code. The only code when you get into AI is prompt engineering, is actually prompting it. Let me actually go back to that OpenAI. Let's go open, is it? No, it's playground platform.openai.com. There's so many URLs to remember. So it's actually going into your prompt engineering into here. I'll show you two different types. One prompt, let's actually go, this one does images. Let me go to my text one. Nice. So it really comes down to just in plain English, explicitly saying what is the expected input, what is the role or purpose of this assistant or bot basically, and then what is the explicit output, or like, is it, do you want to output a specific structure, fill in the blanks, say a certain sentence, write a certain blog in a certain style or something like. So you're using just plain English, using prompt engineering. It's called I don't want to say there's a whole thing to actually learn to actually do prompt engineering correctly, role, task, framework, and adding criteria. I'll show you another really more in-depth prompt using voice. And so here you're just being very explicit so that it can accept an input and you know the expected output. For example, it's going to do some manipulation, generate some data, for example, or generative AI is going to generate some new text in the interim. For example, I don't want to use my students' projects. I'm just super inspired by my students' projects. They're building some dope stuff. But this will be taking a content idea that's a sentence, writing a whole blog post, and then outputting that into a certain style, for example, a certain framework, which is really good. Now, let me actually show you through looking at VAPI. VAPI, if you guys don't know, VAPI is what we teach for AI voice assistants. And so AI voice assistants, if we look at the prompting for how do you create an AI voice receptionist, here again, everything kind of follows the role, task, output framework, but you're adding more layers to it basically for different functions. So here is just like the purpose of it. Here's the role, your voice assistant. Now we're adding some more important information related to it. So just like knowledge upload. That's the address, the hours, and so forth. What are the services about the business, for example. Then next we talk about specific functions, like this function technically. If you go from here to here, this function right here, its sole purpose is to book an appointment. So you're even saying you are tasked with answering questions about the business and booking appointments. If they wish to book an appointment, your goal is to gather the necessary information from the callers in a friendly and efficient manner. And you're literally explicitly working step 1, 2, 3, like first ask for the name, first ask for the purpose, third ask for the date and time, and then confirm if that date and time is available. And then you're probably adding some extra knowledge to these are like what I call edge cases, because whenever you build a AI agent, whether it be voice or chat, what I tell my students is the first 30 to 60 days of deploying an AI agent is what I call a learning period, meaning that you can prompt it pretty well just to start off, but you just don't know what people are going to input as variations, or what questions they may ask that you just may not have the answer to or just didn't think about. So during those 60 days is a learning period where you're just going to track every single day. Hey, if it answered questions, that's great, fine tuning. If it didn't answer the question, for example, log those so that you can go back and reinforce the models with additional information. Like, let's say the model was like super rude, and then it was also super long in some of the responses. So you're actually going back and adding these conditional prompts down here to further fine-tune the model, where basically be sure to be kind of funny, keep all your responses short and simple. This is a voice conversation, don't ramble, for example. So it was probably rambling on some of the trials before this. So this is where you're in prompt engineering, there's no code, you're actually just refining for it. He took the Liam course on prompt engineering, but mine seems to be way longer than that. Yes, there's a lot that goes into prompt engineering, and I have a whole course on just that alone. So this is so with the AI agents that are out there, there's Vappy is probably the best for the voice. You got N8N, which is probably going to be doing a lot of agent automation on the background, meaning give it a bunch of tools, have it choose its own tool to accomplish some goals. It's a little more dynamic. And then you got Make.com for very explicit workflows that you're working on, for example, where you know these 5 steps are what you have to do, and it's very manual, it's very time laborious, for example. So that's a great opportunity for Make.com. You could just streamline a lot just with that and any of the apps, and then you can add a little extra. You don't need AI for everything. You'd be surprised with so much that you could do with just the automation. Nice. Great questions, guys. Feel free to pop your questions in the chat. We're rocking. So we talked about that. We talked about Mistral. Let's take a look at some other AI tools that are out there that just came out, which is kind of interesting, because I just want to introduce you guys to a lot more tools that are out there so that you could get a feel for what to use. Okay, here's one. This one is called Concierge. Concierge AI. So if you need to talk to your favorite apps with natural language, you could ask Concierge to reply to emails, to update CRMs, to create tasks, and a lot more. So you want to kind of think of it like a Make.com kind of like a Make.com, but you're kind of like discussing. Let's go to the product hunt. Nice. Concierge lets you connect your SaaS apps like Gmail, Slack, and Notion with just a few clicks. Select any of the latest, greatest models, including ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, and even DeepSeek. Because right now, everything's being very dynamic, that you can just choose your own model, choose your own workflow, and then it could work from there. So we've got all different apps that you could connect your different SaaS tools. You could do comprehensive web search. This is probably the year of researching. Researching is a function that people are adding a lot more into. I know ChatGPT added theirs. ChatGPT research function is introducing deep research, an AI agent that uses reasoning and synthesizing large amounts of online information and complete multi-step research tasks for you. So that's another thing. So if you type the DeepSeek or select, let's actually go back to that. Type in your topic, select deep research as one of the options, compile a research report about how the retail industry has changed within the past 3 years, use bullet points and tables. Then it's going to go ahead and search the web and ask more clarifying information. It's actually a pretty good, interesting demo. So then you're like, oh, global perspective. So you're fine tuning. You're kind of working with this research agent. And so you're going to see this feature come out with a lot more other apps that are out there, which is interesting. So what else do we have here? So let's do this one. This is a tool called Free Parser. Let me go to this. It's going to detect, are you a robot? Verify my browser. I'm pretty sure I am not a robot, hopefully. And so what Free Parser does, oh, error forbidden. It's probably because it thinks I'm a AI. I'm not going to recommend you if you don't go to the website, Free Parser. Let's go to Safari. Verify my browser that I am not. There we go. Detect. I've gone to so many websites, probably on my Chrome. It's like, yo, you're probably a bot. Meet Free Parser. This is interesting. So it's an AI-powered document parsing tool that allows you to extract data from various types of documents. So you can upload like a PDF file, JPEG, PNG, for example. So let's say you have like an invoice report, for example. You can extract all the numbers and values from that and then dump that into an Excel sheet. But if you think about that, technically, it's so weird that like a lot of these tools, even the free, a lot of these niche tools that do specific tasks are eventually going to get absorbed as features once they gain popularity into the main ones. I wish I had a picture of the image, but you can accomplish the same thing with ChatGPT, and I think it's oh man, because I have so many different ones. Let's see, ChatGPT, extract and update make.com. Oh man. So in ChatGPT, you can build, I think it's an operation. Don't quote me on that. It will, so that you can upload a file in a ChatGPT chat. It will ask it, you can ask it to extract the text from the information, or the line items, and let's say it's an invoice or a receipt, for example, and then it will API send that to make.com as a webhook, which will then update a Google Sheet, for example, which is a pretty gangster. So you could connect ChatGPT to make.com so that ChatGPT becomes a generalist function tool to do some general research, or to pull or to create something from some resource, for example, and then have that data sent through an API and a webhook to make.com to update a Google Sheet or update a database, or to trigger some other automation or something like that. I know I wish I had used ChatGPT to parse data. Is it this one? No, because there's other ones. I'll find a demo of it. That was actually pretty nifty. Let's see, JotForms now has AI. That's interesting. Everyone knows JotForms for if you ever have to do contract management, especially like real estate and the legal space. If we bring in JotForm here, a lot of people want to create forms and then add AI. Now they have AI to add it to JotForm, and now JotForm has AI agents. And so it allows you to automate your customer service tools, and it's designed to respond instantly and effective to consumers on different contexts. The goal is to enhance the customer service experience by providing friendly and efficient assistance that scales alongside your organization. So this is really for customer service. These tools assist in the management of CRM support tickets, IT support tickets, logging client calls. So it's basically like a chatbot phone call. So you can call it, you can chat with it on the website, and then you could also connect with it through WhatsApp. That's fascinating. And then these little agents can do different things. They can do support tickets, they can do customer service, they can audit call logs. How much is the next question? AI agents using JotForm, which is kind of cool because it probably also integrates with actually generating the contract right after. 34 free, you get 5 agents, 1,000 monthly conversations, 10,000 sessions, 30-minute phone call bank. So you get voice and text chatbots for free, and you could build 5 of them. And at 1,000, that beats, because I'm right now comparing it to like Chatbase, which basically for free, I think it's like 100 messages a month, for example, and then it goes up to the $40 a month plan. This may be very interesting to play with, because they also do voice and chat in the same plan. And then even at $34 a month, let's switch to monthly. Yeah, even at $39 a month, you get 25 agents, 10,000 conversations, 50-minute phone calls, and you get a dedicated phone number, and you get forms. Oh, wow. This is actually pretty dope. I actually would want to see that. That's actually pretty nifty. Yeah, because I want to see a chatbot, because I was trying to build a chatbot with make.com and trying to like automate that. So I may use this in an upcoming project. Very interesting. Let's do this one. This is a very interesting one. A lot of these are very interesting, how niche they're coming out. This is called Coach Utopia. Again, a lot of these large language models are like for specific use cases. Coach Utopia is executive coaching, but for all employees. So imagine having access to your private executive coach 24/7 and without the hassle of scheduling. Coach Utopia makes it a possibility. So you could tell your coach about what challenge that you're facing at work and ask it to role play an upcoming difficult conversation. I mean, at the same time, you could really do this with any of the large language models, whether it be ChatGPT, Mistral, DeepSeek. I mean, probably not DeepSeek because you're like talking about stuff at work, basically. That's very interesting. So it's like a personal coach. But again, if you're really good at prompting, that's where you don't really need it. Grammar. That's always a helpful thing. Oh, it's in the Chrome store. So this one is called Factful. So Factful is an integrated AI writing assistant because there's Grammarly, and we all use Grammarly, and Grammarly's expensive. I know everyone's trying to reduce their subscription costs this month, so so this one is called Factful. It provides it helps you with writing tasks and available as a extension on the Chrome store, so it allows you, it's basically a writing companion. Enhances your writing across the web. It perfects grammar and style. What's the price? How much are you? Enjoy all the premium features completely for free for a limited time. I am going to install that right now and just have that play in the background. Ensure accuracy every time. Oh wait, let's see. Close this out. Close this out. We got pop-ups. Factful helps you eliminate factual errors, ensuring your content is reliable and credible. Stay confident with your writing and real-time verification. A lot of people use ChatGPT, like trying to, especially writing and emails is like the #1 thing. What else? Tell me more. Refine your writing with ease. Enhance your content effortlessly with Factful's AI-powered tools designed to improve accuracy, clarity, and reliability. You could choose to paraphrase, summarize, or translate all in the web app. This kind of saves you from not having to go back. So the Titanic sank. Hey, search for where and input. What? So it's like snippets. Hey, synonyms, and that consume. Interesting. So it actually does it in line as you're writing. Hey, search for this. So you do backsplash. Oh, that's pretty dope, actually. Backslash to like recall your toolbar. Then you can search for a specific function, type it, it will search, use AI to pull the information, and then automatically saves it into the sentence that you're writing without having to add extra or go to a different tab or click a different pop-up or stuff like that. Oh, that is actually kind of interesting. Dope demo. Ready to enhance? No, not right now. We'll just have you in the background while we play with it, basically. So let's see. Yeah, because I was trying to look for a Grammarly alternative because Grammarly is getting kind of expensive. So improve your writing, be more productive. I want to see a list of those toolbars. Search the web to get up-to-date information, and then just be more productive. That's actually really cool. I like that one. Let's do the next one. So, I mean, there's so many AI tools that come out every single week. Okay, so this one, oh yeah, I want to talk about this one. This is called Credeo. Credeo? Oh man, my pronouncing is horrible. My pronunciation. So this one is called Creadeo. Credeo. Credeo. So what this one does, you can turn. This is weird. So it allows you to do an AI-powered video generation, transform text, images, PowerPoint presentations, and more into high-quality videos. So you input text, slides, whatever you want, and it's basically an AI video generator that you input text, images, audio, slides, and then it will turn it into a professional video in minutes. Oh, that's really interesting because like a lot of people are doing like video generation too. Can we see a demo? Ooh, demo. Healthcare. Play.
Your smile is more than just an expression. It's your confidence, your warmth, your story. But healthy teeth are the key to keeping it bright. Did you know that poor dental hygiene can lead to serious
That's
issues
pretty
like cavities,
decent as far as
gum disease,
an
or
AI
even
deepfake,
blemish on your teeth? Taking care of your
deepfake
teeth is
clone,
easy.
basically.
Maintaining good oral hygiene doesn't
Like
have to be complicated. Brush your teeth twice a day for at least 2 minutes.
that gets a B
Use
minus.
soft
That's
nail
not
strips for a
bad.
brush you can't reach.
For
Before
that,
you
you
use
probably
toothpaste,
so
use
you
a
probably
clean
just
towel
added
to
this to
gently
slides.
make your teeth white.
Accelerate. Da da da
It
da da da
helps
da.
boost your confidence, leaves a lasting impression.
Okay, so you're creating a slide deck for a presentation. It will read it and then create an AI video avatar that will read and summarize what's going on without you having to do or create like a person recording and sliding. That's kind of interesting. Education.
Education is the foundation of a better world. But for many children, this opportunity remains out of reach.
I mean,
Together, we can
C
make
minus.
education
It just went down in grade.
everywhere. Ed-
But okay, so basically, if you want to add a video avatar to your slides and presentations or text or images, basically. That's very interesting. Let's talk about this one called eDraw. Meet eDraw. Let me go bring it down. Oh yeah, and Credeo, what's the pricing on that? Because everyone wants to know the pricing. Free for 3-minute for total 3-minute videos. You get a bunch of avatars. So okay, so it's three minutes of total video, and then when you want to go up to the higher tiers, $11 a month, it's basically the video usage of the timeline. So it's like really good for a corporate environment. Let's talk about this one. Oh yeah, we talked about this. This was a very interesting one. This is called eDraw.ai. And so it uses AI, and it's a tool specifically for handling different types of data formats and allows you to perform so basically you put in some text, whatever your text and prompts, and it turns it into a visualization. It could turn it into a flow chart, a diagram, slide maker. It will draw, it will create images. You could scan text. So some of the things like a reading list. Can we see a demo? It's going to ask me to log in. Play. Oh, start. There we go. Yeah, it's going to ask me to log in. I don't want to log in right now. It's going to ask me a prompt. Yeah. So this is something that you could do text to video. There's also, I think it's Napkin AI. Yeah, for visualization. You input text and it turns your text into visuals, whether it be flowcharts, diagrams, stuff like that. Flowcharts and diagrams are like the main two. That's the one that really comes to mind. Very interesting. Let's see. Kind of make sure. Nice. And then coming up on time, let's see if we could do 2 more. Let's see. Ooh, video editing. Because a lot of people don't like video editing. That's always takes a lot of time. Meet Medio AI. Let's see what this one is. It's an AI-powered video editor. Let's see. It does video editing, translation, and narration in aid. Oh, depending on wherever your localized content is. So, okay, so it does it like if you create a piece of content and then it will translate it for the different regions that you're creating. Yeah, it does a translator. So this is actually interesting when you create content. Mr. Beast does this. He dubs over. Oh, it's actually freaking Netflix does this too. So when you create YouTube content, a lot of people will create a YouTube channel and then to double on the views, they take their same videos and they dub them over into a different language. Let's see if there's a service that actually does that. So we recommend AI, let's say YouTube, translate video to AI dubbing service, something like that. Okay, yeah, Vazo. 11 Labs will do it, but they need like specific timestamps, which is kind of interesting that you got to do it, like lip syncs, which is interesting. So AI video translator, this one's called Vozo.ai. Anytime you see like the product hunt logo, you're like, dope. Let's see this.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Congrats, Chris.
Thank you.
History, huh?
Yes, that's what we were aiming for. We knew that it was going to be a really tough match.
Oh, so this the translated English version, and then when you tab over to original,
Sabíamos que somos un equipo mejor que Liverpool. Jugamos bien, merecemos ganar.
and then English,
The final match will be the most challenging.
All finals are challenging. We knew that. Liverpool
it redubs over the voice, which is so weird. Netflix does this, which is also
hicimos historia.
that's actually how much is this pricing? Okay, what are we looking at pricing here? Let's see, dollar. Okay, so they do the 3-minute entry tier. Okay, so for $19 a month, you could generate a video that's 10. Is it just 10 minutes in total for the whole month? I think that's probably it. Not per video kind of thing. or is that each video kind of thing? Ideal for short form and low volume. So that makes sense. So even at the highest, $100 a month to generate talking videos and photos 60 minutes each, or translate and dub for 60 minutes. So you get points, and then the point is kind of like token use basically. So you can max video lip sync duration for video per video. Okay, cool. No. So is it unlimited videos that you could do? You could do up to 60 minutes is the length, and then you could do 4K and stuff, and then you could translate that, and then they have 29 different languages. This is great for creating content. Like if you could, because if you really want to grow on social media, you want to create content in different languages is like such the hack. But now that I know about this service, you may just see Juan en Español AI series come out pretty soon. I'm actually look more into this. That's actually not bad, and for that price, considering, because you're basically entering a whole different market that's not native to your language, and then that's a whole different region, which is a whole untapped audience that gets to build the know, like, and trust to build you're really trying to build your personal brand at the end of the day. You're not limited to just different platforms, but you could stick with the same platforms, YouTube, TikTok, but then you can also create separate channels like Juan Espanol. I mean, Mr. Beast does Mr. Beast, different languages. He does this, where he actually has like a Spanish channel. He has Mr. Beast 70 different language memes. No. But he has separate channels. International. Is this the... He actually hires a really expensive company that does that. He's not using these like off the shelf tools. They're actually dubbing, because then you get into Netflix dubs language different AI. Yeah, they do mouth replacements, which is so weird. So if you're watching some shows now that are like international or like foreign or indie, for example, and they're in a different language, they actually use AI to lip sync the different audio track over it for it, which is super weird. Let's see. Sharon laughs. I know I really want to speak more Spanish and get into the Spanish speaking market. This may be the hack. I'll do my Spanish TED talk. I mean, that's actually gangster. Like, and then Brother Vince's Blotado is really interesting. Probably because I'm lazy. So what he's talking about is, shout out to, let's first give her a shout out. Sabrina Romanov AI. I really really spell. Let's see. Meet Sabrina. She inspired me to do the goal of teaching 1 million people AI. Totally got it from her. So she inspired me, and then she's pumping out volume of content. So she's the one who gave me the idea of posting 3 times a day consistently. And then now she just posted a recent video too. And I'm like, she's like, you need to post 5 times a day at 20 seconds. And I'm like, that actually maps out correctly. Now I'm doing 5 a day, and it's doing great for my channel and growth and email list. I'm super grateful for the exposure for it. And then, because I'm not paying for ads, that's the alternative. It's basically SEO that's saving me. And then when I'm looking at the analytics, the 20 seconds is usually the cutoff. That a little more than 50% of the audience is already bounced out anyways. So 20% is the real cutoff. I highly recommend. And then she also inspired me to focus on the email newsletter for lead gen for doing that. So I get a lot of inspiration from other people in the community. So shout out to her, and she gets a free plug. So if you look at her journey is actually really dope. She already created an AI app and then sold it for $10 million and cashed out, doing really well. Then she came back in. She does VC funding as well too. And now she's starting her second startup, which is, we're at time. So we're at time. We're going to end with this. And I've been so mispronouncing this, but now I know how to pronounce it. Blotato. Blotato is it's like Buffer, AI, and ChatGPT had a baby combined. You can schedule content. You could generate faceless content, And then she has a whole, okay, so actually I really want to also show you guys this from, we pulled this from last night's streams. I know we're going into overtime, but I swear I'm going to finish in 2 minutes. Let me go to my documents. Because for some of the people that are creating content, for example, not only 5 videos a day daily on shorts, TikTok and YouTube. I don't do Instagram or Facebook. They're like dead to me, honestly. Then you need to focus on hooks. And so if you subscribe to Sabrina's, let's see, social media, TikTok, really, I had to save it. Let me see. Hooks. TikTok. I know I'm searching my Notion database. TikTok strategy? No, I didn't save it. I know we saved it from last night. I guess Notion had a hiccup. Okay. So if you subscribe to a newsletter, I think she also has it here. It's really important. If you subscribe, one of the free gifts is her opening hook lines for social media for short form content, meaning the first sentence that you say. And what I found when I create content, the first 3 seconds and the first sentence hook determines the whole video, basically. It's so important. So there's a whole script writing in how to actually write or say engaging content, and she built into the app. So shout out to Blotato, highly recommend it. So what you get for the pricing, I mean, it's a killer offer. For $29 a month, you get unlimited threads, sources, the AI writing, the publishing, the scheduling, and also a library of viral posts, AI image generation, video generation, voiceover captions, faceless video templates. For $29 a month, which is technically more value than you get with like Buffer, you get 20 social media accounts, then Zapier and Make.com. And then this is something I like, is also the weekend office hours, because you actually get access to the developer to give feedback, to make recommendations, to build the app. Like she just built this recently, and so she just launched it. So, and even the pricing is super affordable. So $29 a month, $97 a month. I just may join her affiliate program. I'll reach out to her. So she's super inspirational. So if you're creating short form content and stuff like that, check out Blotato. Yeah, and we're at time. That went by super fast. So that's Monday. I don't know if it's like a new series, like New Tool Monday. Tino is asking in the chat, just let me jump back. He's asking for the link. So it is, and I'll spell it BLOTATO. So let me do this so you guys could all see. So shout out to Sabrina Blotato, BLOTATO. AI content, highly recommended, because when you need to create content, you need to create volumes of content, and you need to schedule to post. So highly recommend Blotato. So there you go, Tino, in the TikTok chat. Yep, no, I hear you guys. No, I appreciate each and every one of you. Nice. So let's bring it to an end. Oh, of course, one last thing. Sorry. This episode is sponsored by my business, Simple Tech Skills. So if you join the AI newsletter completely for free, if you go to simpletechskills.com, you can sign up for my AI newsletter. I'll give you a whole 1,400 ChatGPT prompts of my 4-hour ChatGPT beginner course, the Build Your First AI Agent with Make.com and ChatGPT. That's my most popular video. Weekly AI updates. You get invited to our exclusive Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time virtual meetup. We all hop into Zoom, talk about AI. I answer all your questions. And then you'll get access when I launch it this week to my AI Academy, where we're going to launch with our first course on Make.com to go from beginner to expert, from doing make automations to do AI assistance, and then to create your automated social media engine using Make.com. And then next month, we're going to do NAN, and then we're going to do prompt engineering. My goal with it is to be, you also get access to open office hours throughout 3 days a week with me. Hop on a Zoom. I get to answer any questions that you guys have. I want to help you guys take full advantage of AI as well, too. So that's the sponsor, simpletechskills.com. Link is in bio. I just want to say that I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Sharon, Brother Vince, Clavette, Joseph, Tino, Adam, Cameron Mass Destruction. That's a dope name. I think I got everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to learn AI with me. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and we're going to keep doing this the rest of the week. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.